The art of letting go and to stop trying. It's a very interesting take. This concept of saying, I'm just gonna stop trying. Lack of action, inaction, waiting and waiting, letting things come to you. Sometimes we want to say, we need to go out there and make it happen. Things are not just gonna fall in your lap. Sometimes they actually do. Patience, timing. Timing is everything. Trusting the process, enjoying the ride, trusting the journey, being in the moment, allowing yourself to be and observe being. Sometimes we try too hard. We really want something and we try too hard, and if we just relaxed, it would come to us. Sometimes we want it so bad we self sabotage. If we just wait, certain things will fall into place on their own, naturally. When I was young, my mom used to always tell me we were going to go to Disneyland. Every year I got excited. It never happened. I was bummed out, but I told myself, well, someday I'm gonna go. And I did my senior year. I did a high school senior trip, and I was able to go to Disney. When I was in college, I got intrigued by the idea of studying abroad. I hadn't really traveled prior to attending ASU. I had been to Cali once, I think in Mexico once. Then I came to ASU, I joined our fraternity, Sigma Lambda Beta, and we started traveling all over the US. And it piqued my curiosity. And that led to me wanting to study abroad. And there was a program that I really wanted to partake in that was going to allow you to live in Salamanca, Spain over the summer. And it was going to be at a reduced price if accepted. And I was really hoping I would get it, and I didn't get it. I was so bummed out. So bummed out. And I remember telling myself, I'm going to have to go on my own then. It sucks that I wasn't selected, but I'm not gonna put my life in someone else's hands. I'm gonna go make it happen. This was my senior year. I was 21, I think turning 22 maybe. And I want to say 6 years later, I ended up going to Spain, living in Spain, teaching English for a year. I was teaching, so I was getting paid, and I didn't have to worry about midterms or exams. I literally saved up money and I was able to go travel. I've been big on giving back, and I also have been mindful about wanting to be financially stable to be able to provide and take care of myself and the family, my mom, the community. Long term, that would be the goal. Yet my decisions haven't been focused primarily on money. I've chosen a career that brings me satisfaction and joy, helping others find their path. Working with students is one of the funnest things for me to do. They're so grateful and appreciative, and they're going after their dreams, and you get to be a part of it. It's a beautiful thing. I know what my mentors meant to me in my journey, and to be in a position where I can do the same is amazing. It's priceless. But of course, we live in a world where you need to make money to take care of yourself, take care of a family, live a somewhat comfortable life, if you want to travel. And I want to do those things. I've gotten a taste of what that's like, and I've loved it. I have loved it, and I want more. This world is beautiful, and I want to see as much of it as I can before I die. But I can't just rely on my education job. Nothing's promised tomorrow or today. But I'm also trusting God's timing. This is probably my 10th year working in education. Now I'm choosing to go business. And it feels like the right time. Everything is lining up for this moment. Timing. Certain relationships in the past that I wanted, that I pondered about, eventually came through. One almost 10 years later. Like, wow, timing. My brother wanted me to get a house before I left for Spain. I told myself I didn't want to strap my money on my trip, meaning I wanted to make sure I had it all available to use, because this was a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is not something you do every day, quit your job and go teach in a different country. It's a very uncommon thing to do. In some ways it's a privilege. And I'm grateful for it. But again, eventually I was able to do it. My brother wanted me to get a house. I wanted to save the money. I wanted to pay for a ring because I thought me and my ex were going to get married. It didn't happen. My brother told me, see, you should have got the house. I said, nope, I had a plan. It just didn't work out all the way. I spent 6 months to a year living with my brother. Then I moved out and stayed at a condo with one of my best friends. 6 months later, I signed the dotted line on a house. And it's in my name and my name alone. When I was with her, the idea was that we were going to get a place in our name, our names. Meaning if I would have got the house beforehand, it would have been in our names and we'd be coming back to it. And that could have gotten ugly. Instead, I waited. I chose what felt right. And even though the original plan didn't work, it still worked out. It still worked out. It worked out the way it was supposed to. It's all part of the plan. It's written. Enjoy the ride. Good things come to those who wait. What's meant to be yours will be yours. Nothing lasts forever. Enjoy the moment, live in the moment, however that may be to you. Live, be, enjoy the ride.